Before I start this video will talk about very sensitive topics. So if you are someone who doesn't really want to watch that in fear of, like you just feel that it's just not comfortable enough for you, then I recommend you click off of this video. But for the rest of you who wish to remain, let's start. Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome back to yet another Ninjago video on the channel today. Now this one is going to be a super serious Ninjago video. And I say this because I have to be careful with what I say here, because I think I've talked about a topic like this similar in the past, and I don't think I dealt with the topic very well. So, basically, it's June. And you know what that month is? Pride Month. Basically, the month where members of the LGBTQ community come out to showcase who they are and that they're not going to back down from any sort of resistance, whether it be through any sort of government or even just on the casual level of just random people. And whatever your thoughts are on this, it doesn't really matter for this video. What does matter is how this directly correlates with Ninjago. A lot of the members of the Ninjago community are part of the LGBTQ community. And that's completely fine. That's completely fine. But a lot of them really, really want to see an LGBTQ plus Ninjago character. And this is a very sensitive topic, because LGBTQ is already a sensitive topic just in of itself. Now to put that into Ninjago is like doubling down on that. So the main reason that I truthfully believe a lot of these fans want this type of representation in the show is because they want to see themselves in part of the show. Basically, they have a sort of like mindset that I don't know their personal lives, so I feel like a lot of it comes from their personal lives and whatever sort of journey these people have went through and whatnot. And they just want to find some solace knowing that they feel like they're not alone in this world. They want to feel like they are represented. And I think that's a big reason why they want to see that. Because they don't want to feel alone. They don't want to feel like it's just a me thing. It's not just something that, like, I'm the problem here or something like that. And I don't want to rain on everyone's parade, but as much as I would love for that to happen, I just genuinely believe it won't. And here's why. Ninjago is not just a singular country thing like Monkey Kid is, or at least Monkey Kid was. Because Monkey Kid used to be a Chinese exclusive before it became worldwide, which I believe kind of hampered, its momentum. But basically, Ninjago is a worldwide thing. It's not just something that is popular in the USA. It's not something that's popular in the United Kingdom. It's popular everywhere in the world. And a lot of parts of the world are very anti-LGBTQ. And especially in the Middle East. Now, obviously, it's not just the Middle East. A lot of parts of Africa as well. But those countries, still have viewers that watch Ninjago. I mean, I know a couple of fans from Egypt. I know a fan from Lebanon. I know some from, those countries. I'm from Turkey. And those countries can and most likely have strict anti-LGBTQ policies and are much more behind in human rights and probably have a lot of human rights violations as a result of these policies. I hate that this video got political, or semi-political. I had to choose my words right here. I hate that this video has become that, but that's just the whole idea. So basically, these countries have these policies where being part of that community is a crime that could be punishable by death. I wish I was joking when I said that, but I'm not. And I hate that those parts of the world have come to that way. But I believe this entire thing is the reason why I do not believe there will be at least a confirmed LGBTQ plus character. Now, I know what you guys thinking. What about Sally? Now, if you remember, Sally was part of Crystallize, and even though she only appeared in episode 10 and just cameoed in towards the finale, she did have signs that she could be a part of the LGBTQ plus community. I mean, there was pride flags on both her guitar and the back of her van, plus her color scheme in just from what she is wearing to even her guitar is colors of the bisexual flag, which could imply that Sally is bisexual. Now, if you don't know what bisexual means, it basically means you like both males and females. But I heard that's not necessarily the truth because gender's not binary or something like that. But I'm just going off of what I know. So basically, you can like any gender, basically. But I've always thought that was pansexual and not bisexual because bi means two. But I could be getting my meanings mixed up. So if you want to correct me, please do, because I am honestly not the best guy to talk about these issues, and I want to be proven wrong about these because I honestly am very experienced, and I probably have no idea what the hell I'm talking about half the time when it comes to these things because I'm not part of that community. I may have friends that are part of that community, but I don't talk with them enough on a regular basis to fully know what I'm talking about. So basically, I truthfully believe that if Ninjago were to add in a confirmed LGBTQ plus character in the show, it would do more harm than good. Not because I'm personally against it, but because a lot of the countries that I mentioned before are against it. And those countries have viewers, and if you cut those viewers off, Lego is losing money. That's the power here, is money. Because I don't know if you remember, but there were a lot of like instances where a lot of movies had to like cut certain parts of their movie out or edit that out because there was like a gay kiss scene or a lesbian kiss scene or something like that. And they didn't want to lose revenue over in those countries, so in order to keep the movie there, they just had to edit them out. Which sucks, considering it's basically a battle between revenue, money, versus progression. And unfortunately, money always wins in this scenario. Because the only thing that companies want more than money is more money. That's literally the only thing that beats money, is more money. And another reason I don't think it would work is because a lot of the times when stories add in LGBTQ plus characters, they don't do it because they actually care. They do it just to draw viewers, basically. It's basically no different from it's basically they're just being used as pawns, which is basically why I don't like it when any sort of company changes their logo to a pride logo, because it's so obvious that they're just doing it to sell more money. It's so obvious at this point. I'm pretty sure the LGBTQ community has even coined the term rainbow washing as a sort of term to describe this sort of thing. It's not genuine. It's not something that comes from like actual genuine support, but rather fake support to earn more money. And even though I heard Lego is supposed to be super inclusive because they did make the Everyone is Awesome set a couple of years ago, which raised a lot of ire among a lot of its fans. Um, Especially since I think, what was it, the person that created the set, what was his name, Matthew Ashton or something, is part of that community as well. So I truthfully believe that the reason why an LGBTQ character, whether it be a main character, side, or even a side character, wouldn't work, it's simply a combination of lack of genuine support from, companies, even with someone like Lego, and because of foreign policies that demonize these people. And these policies are even extending to parts of the United States, which is very scary to think about, considering, especially, I don't know if you heard a lot of the stuff in Florida with Ron DeSantis and whatnot. He is practically, he's trying to basically get rid of them because he thinks they're part of the woke virus or some shit like that. I don't get it either, but his mindset, not mine. But I wish things were different, honestly. I really wish they were. But unfortunately, as things stand, it's probably not likely going to happen. I don't know if it will ever happen. Maybe if Ninjago is still somehow surviving it in 20 to 50 years later. I mean, I don't know. Anything is possible at this point. But until those countries advance their policies to where they can be more LGBTQ friendly, then I don't think we're going to get any progression in terms of representation. But then again, there's always headcanons and there's always fanfiction. So at least you have an outlet. So for those people in the LGBTQ community that want to create, that want representation in the form of these characters, make up your own headcanons. Create your own fanfictions, which a lot of people kind of already done, so I don't really need to be saying it. But a lot of people really don't like going against the canon. And so whenever they see like a pride post or some LGBTQ post, they'd be like, you can't do that. That goes against what the canon says, And a lot of people get really, really annoyed by it. Like, I get it. I like to stick with the canon as well, but there's a difference between being a hardcore person defending the canon and then just being an overall asshole. So, yeah, this was a very difficult topic for me to talk about. So, especially considering I probably do have some LGBTQ fans watching this, and I hope I worded this the best I could, because I did make a couple of videos prior to this one, and I don't feel like I talked about the topic in a genuine and I didn't talk about the topic in a very mature manner. Like, the one I talked about previously was when a lot of people were campaigning for Cole to become gay on petition change.org, and they would made a petition about it. Yes, I'm pretty sure it still exists. And I feel like I really misunderstood that whole situation, so I apologize for that. And I also apologize for that ship tier list video, which featured a lot of gay and lesbian ships on there. And I really felt like I was being kind of a dick and somewhat homophobic on there, so I also apologize for that as well. Hopefully this time I dealt with the topic in a much more mature manner, because I know making this video is just making this video is already a bold move in of itself, especially during this time of month. But I felt like there was no other video that could have worked better than making this one. So if I still somehow offended you with this video, I'm very sorry. I tried to word it as best as I can, and I tried to talk about it in a much more mature manner and not just through a I hate this or I like this mindset, because I feel like a lot of people really jump to those conclusions where it's either a like or a dislike sort of thing, instead of it just trying to be like a let's see this through a all types of lens feel. And I'm not trying to like say I am against LGBTQ plus representation. I think it would be great because a lot of people I do feel are underrepresented in this community. I mean, I was kind of part of the whole small group, or not. I wasn't part of. I was basically there was me, not just me, but there was a few group of Ninjago fans that kind of believed that Zane, before he was revealed to be a robot, was actually autistic, because I am autistic. And there's a lot of autistic Ninjago fans out there that kind of see Zane as our role model, basically. And it does suck that he was turned into a robot, but hey, it was fun while it lasted, I guess. Um, so I just want to make it clear, I'm not trying to offend anyone in this video at all. And if I did, still, somehow, I'm very sorry. But I tried to phrase it as best as I can. And I hope you guys still like this video. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think there will ever be an LGBTQ plus Ninjago character? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel by clicking the red subscribe button. And click on the notification bell to receive every video that I will upload. And I'll see you folks in the next video. Bye bye.